guys, it's K-Dub here with another episode of CryptoZombie. Welcome back to the channel. Hope you're having an excellent day today. Bitcoin and cryptocurrency still in the green. We have some altcoins doing extremely well today. Bitcoin continuing to just consolidate sideways, flipping above the 46,000, below, above, right? We keep bouncing back and forth. Now, some people saying, hey, we're looking for a massive move. Others saying this is the top. This is it. Well, I will tell you one thing. Ethereum did in fact put in another new all-time high, and as far as people getting concerned, there may be something to talk about right now. Number one is the fact that we have seen a large increase in Bitcoin on exchanges. Now, if Bitcoin is going to exchanges rather than coming from exchanges, well, that might give the impression that we might be looking for some huge sellers at some of these psychological levels, like 50,000, 55,000, right? That's only one part of the argument, though. We also have the fact that the Tether Treasury just minted $1 billion worth of Tether. Now, that's the flip side of the argument. What did they just mint all this Tether for? Well, usually that's because of high demand for Bitcoin, right? So we're going to talk about what is the most likely outcome between these two scenarios. I want to talk about the fact that, considering yesterday what we've seen with Nigeria, we've seen nations denouncing fiat, banks embracing fiat, and I need to talk about something specifically, and that was the ARK Invest Big Ideas 2021 report that came out. In fact, if you scroll down here, there is a section about Bitcoin fundamentals. It's actually 3 separate sections, and if you haven't checked it out, we're going to break it down today. Oh my goodness, mind-blowing how early this is, and this is literally just the beginning. In fact, I'm going to show you an exact location of where we are on the chart compared to the previous rally, and I think you're going to have your mind blown. So, if that sounds good to you, you know what to do. If you're not subscribed, definitely consider it. We make these videos every single day. Free Telegram group in the description. Check it out. And without further ado, let's dive into the chart. Now, you can see that we are bouncing around at this sort of level where I said to keep our eyes on. We are looking for a break above the $46,856 level. I'm looking for a candle close like we had it above here on the 4-hour. As soon as we got that, we did have the pump. Of course, we're still being held down, so it does look like we are consolidating in a bit of an asymmetrical triangle, and it does look like we're looking for a breakout. Look at this, on Valentine's Day. So you could be getting a Valentine's Day surprise, even if you don't have a Valentine's Day. Maybe Bitcoin and Ethereum will treat you well anyway, but we do know that these assets tend to be impatient. So there is the chance that we break out much sooner, and then $50,000 Bitcoin is easily in the cards. Now, I did talk about a retest down at some of these critical levels. The first one being the legacy trend right here, which you can see if we were to fall directly down today, that would bring us down to about $43,887. I would expect some form of a bounce there. It could be a good opportunity to load up on your longs at those levels. You could see lots of VPVR support here. Right here, see this red bar? You can see all that support, and that's showing me that ever since the pump on February 8th, the most accumulated level for Bitcoin is the I can't actually see it. It's a $46,972 level. So let's just say $47,000 for Bitcoin. Now, my bearish case, okay, if we were to fall to the lowest level, then I think we retest this box, which represents the candle body and the wick of the previous high, where we went up to $42,000. So anywhere down in this region, if you could see right here, that for me is definitely an excellent opportunity. And also you can see that the 21 exponential is starting to curve into this box. And if we break above this, I definitely think that we're going to catch some major support off those levels. So that's sort of the short-term outlook for Bitcoin. But like I said, people calling the top, saying it's been a massive rally. But shout out to Kaleo over on Twitter. And he pointed out, if you actually look right here from sort of July and August leading into the crazy 2017 boom and bust, you could see that a lot of people were thinking that this was the top right here. And you could see we rallied much higher before actually peaking out. And you could argue that that could be something that is happening right now as well, where people are looking at this sort of $44,000, $50,000 psychological level and saying that could be the top, when in reality, we have a lot more of this rally left. Now, it's actually insane how fast and how quick this price could go up. I mean, lots of people didn't even think we were going to pass 20K. We're almost at 50K. Okay, so that's more than double from the previous all-time high. Now let's talk about the bad news, if you want to call it that. So according to CryptoQuant, Bitcoin reserves on exchanges have climbed up to touch their January 2021 levels. Here it should be noted that Bitcoin reserves had continued to drop until February 5th, following which it had climbed again. Now, typically when inflows to exchanges go up, it is considered a bearish indicator since most of the Bitcoin or stablecoin flows into exchanges and then eventually are sold. It may be historically, however, the worst time to sell since we have entered what is termed as the shakeout zone, okay? So once again, not to use the old, this time it's different, but hear me out here. This is often considered to be a great reversal indicator, with weak hands getting shaken out whenever the inflows of Bitcoin climb to touch an extreme or local high. Usually this is where the weak hands, the short-term traders, not the long-term hodlers say, okay, that's it, I'm getting out. But look at this. They say this zone also represents the worst time to panic sell at a specific price point in the market cycle. Is it the best time to buy? In fact, it actually is. Not financial advice, this is them, not me, but they're saying that it's actually a good time to buy, also considering the fact that we have grayscale Bitcoin premium around 5% and the volatility on exchanges is at a high since the price went up 18.75%, right? Now, on the flip side, if you guys didn't already know, we had $1 billion worth of Tether minted at the Tether Treasury. Now, we showed that we had Bitfinex FUD being, taken care of. We saw that they paid off that loan, right? So that FUD, we can close the door on that. That no longer is FUD. But we know that if this is apparently backed 1-to-1 for dollars, this tells me that these guys are sitting on the sidelines. Maybe they are waiting for another dip. Like I said, we could go down and retest some of those previous levels, but printing this much Tether tells me that they're looking to buy. What are they looking to buy? Well, I don't know. You tell me. But $1 billion in Tether, quite a lot considering we saw the $1.5 billion Elon Musk purchase. And not to mention, if you didn't watch the video yesterday, from the Nigerian Senate, so you had Senator Sani Musa saying cryptocurrency has become a worldwide transaction of which you cannot even identify who owns what. The technology is so strong that I don't see the kind of regulation that we do. Bitcoin has made our currency almost useless or valueless. And I showed you in yesterday's video, the mayor of Miami. Okay, that is massive, massive news what they're doing down there. And actually getting back to the Elon Musk sort of Tesla news, you could see. So we had a little bit of conversation going on. So almost forgot that Elon Musk co-founded PayPal. In that context of cryptocurrency, this experience is highly relevant, to which Elon Musk actually responded, I know a thing or two about payments. And we had this person saying, Elon worked as an intern at a bank. It was there he realized that banks track money with just numbers in a database. And so he realized that transferring money from one bank to another online should require very little bandwidth and few infrastructure resources, to which he replied, yep, banks are basically balkanized, heterogeneous databases with high latency and weak security, especially ACH transfers and credit cards.
So Tesla just made more money in one day with Bitcoin than they did in an entire quarter selling cars.
Oh yeah, and that happened as well. Shout out to Girl Gone Crypto. Check her out if you haven't. But let's talk about something that Blockport just pointed out. According to a new SEC filing, Immersion Corp may be the next to get into Bitcoin. You can see right here, they have right here quoted, it says, in the future, we may elect to purchase alternative currencies, including Bitcoin and other cryptocurrencies. Now, stay around until the end of this video because I am going to show you some mind-blowing statistics talking about these companies getting into Bitcoin right now, not just fundamentally, but actually technically what it could mean for the price. And man, we've been looking at, maybe $100,000 Bitcoin, a $250,000 Bitcoin. Just wait until you actually see what could happen with this supply squeeze and demand that could be coming in. It's absolutely mind-blowing, but let's talk about retail. Let's talk about mainstream adoption. Breaking news. We had Apple Pay announcing support for Bitcoin and crypto payments with their tie-up with BitPay. Now, BitPay MasterCard holders can now add their crypto-funded cards as a mode of payment on Apple Pay. The crypto company said that Google and Samsung are next. This thing is going worldwide, my friends. This thing is unstoppable. Recently, RBC Capital Market Report found that Apple can significantly increase their earnings if they started crypto payments in their wallets. Well, there you go. Let's just talk about earnings and the fact that now you can make more money. Well, of course, we're going to allow cryptocurrencies if it's going to help us make money, right? So it will allow Apple to gauge the demand for crypto payments, and you can fund the card using Bitcoin, Bitcoin Cash, Ether, and any of 4 stablecoins, USDC, GUSD, PAX, and BUSD. But that's not even the tip of the iceberg. We now have a new breaking story. Blue Ridge Bank is making history today as the first commercial bank ever to allow its customers to buy and sell Bitcoin in different ATM locations. In a new statement, the Virginia-based commercial bank announced that customers can purchase and redeem Bitcoin at now 19 ATM locations. LibertyX co-founder and CEO Chris Yim reported that customers have been asking for the ability to buy from conventional cash vending machines for years, and today, that request is finally a possibility. Oh, and not to mention, our good old buddies, Deutsche Bank has also joined the growing ranks of the largest financial institutions exploring cryptocurrency custody, with aspirations to offer high-touch services to hedge funds that invest in the asset class. In a passage buried on page 23 of their December 2020 report, Germany's largest bank says it plans to create a trading and token issuance platform, bridging digital assets with traditional banking system and managing the array of digital assets and fiat holdings in one easy-to-use platform. Can you imagine being somebody right now, a no-coiner, sitting on the sidelines, seeing banks, companies, cities, countries getting into Bitcoin right now and still just saying, nah, it's a Ponzi, it's a scam, it's a bubble, it'll never work? I mean, you got to have the blinders on at that point. There's no way that you cannot see the power of this revolution, of what is literally happening right now, which brings me to the meat and potatoes of today's video, the Big Ideas 2021 ARK Invest report. Now, scrolling down to page 37, you can see this is where they start to talk about Bitcoin fundamentals, right? You can see lots of different statistics. They talk about the price all-time high, market participants has never been more long-term focused, right? We're seeing these companies buying grayscale premiums, and they're looking to hold for 1 year, 2 years, 10 years. Michael Saylor said he'll hold for 100 years. A lot of other data in here. I'm not really going to go into it. There's a lot of information. Definitely check this out if you guys haven't. But over at Yahoo Finance, they did break down probably the most incredible, mind-blowing part of this report. And that is, according to this, if all the S&P 500 companies were to allocate just 1% of their cash to Bitcoin, this would increase the price by approximately $40,000. Now, this is not saying $40,000 Bitcoin. This is saying increase by $40,000. Now, today we're pushing on $50K, give or take $2,000, whatever. We're around 47, 48, I don't know, something like that. But if we just simply round that and we add 40 to where we are today, this could easily get us to a Bitcoin price of $90,000. Now, just consider what would happen when Bitcoin doubles from the point that it's at now, and your friends and family and everyone that's still been sitting on the sidelines, maybe Nouriel Roubini and Peter Schiff will finally buy, although that could potentially be a top signal, in my opinion. But imagine what that would happen to the price. Now, here's the thing. There's going to be some companies that might allocate the 1%, maybe some won't at all. But then we might see some companies taking on the Michael Saylor approach, the Tesla approach, right? So then they go on to say, what would happen if these companies invested 10%? Well, now you're talking a 10x, obviously 40,000, 10x. We're now talking a $400,000 increase from where we are right now. So this would obviously send the market cap to $5 trillion, and this would send the price of Bitcoin to $450,000. Now, inside this report, like I said, I went too far. Then they start talking about electric vehicles and stuff. But yeah, sticking on the Bitcoin section right here, they say, we believe Bitcoin offers one of the most compelling risk-reward profiles among assets. The asset manager company also stated that in their view, capital allocators should consider the opportunity cost of ignoring Bitcoin as part of the new asset class. So the narrative from you're irresponsible for gaining Bitcoin exposure has now totally flipped to you're irresponsible if you don't have Bitcoin exposure. Massive, massive times ahead. This is incredible times, guys. You have to be excited. I don't know how you couldn't be. I can't imagine, this being the top. I mean, even if we do have a shakeout, I've given you guys the levels that we could look to previously retest, down here in this box area. I'd be looking along it. But I mean, this thing is looking bullish, guys. At the end of the day, dips are going to be dips. Dips are for buying. But that being said, I know I do want to do a little bit of quick Ethereum analysis. You see, there's not much to really talk about. What everyone's like, what's your opinion on Ethereum? We're still in this channel. So, I mean, we either need to break out, you can put some longs down at the heart line. There may be a potential chance we dip down to this area. I think the lowest that we're going to see the price of Ethereum go is 1441. That's the lowest. But once again, I could see a nice bounce right here. Again, at the $1,700 level. We did, in fact, put in a new high for Ethereum. We hit about 1867 yesterday. So, 1873 over the morning. Yeah. But I mean, having a look right here, one thing I do want to point out is we are in a very defined ascending wedge pattern for Ethereum. So we do have ascending wedges. They usually break to the downside, right? So, you may have, if you come up here, you would have that target bringing us all the way back down to the $1,430 level. But considering we're in a bull market, we've seen a lot of these bearish trends break to the upside. Now you can see we were held down right here, but if we are able to break above this, flip resistance support and start bouncing to the upside, well, then I say we continue to easily $2,000 to $2,500 for Ethereum. If you guys are interested in learning how to long and short Bitcoin, there are thousands of dollars in bonuses below, 50% bonus on Prime XBT. Obviously, Bybit is my preferred for buying for Bitcoin and Ethereum. And if you're looking for altcoins, they're having a $680 bonus special over at Femex. That link is below. And also, you pay $10 a month for unlimited trading, so no fees. $10 a month, unlimited fees. Beats paying the $100 gas fees for using Uniswap and stuff right now, right? So I do want to once again just caution though. I do want to end on be very careful out there, guys. It's everyone is a genius season, right? Well, there's going to be a lot of projects promising you a lot right now. And because we're in that euphoria, you're going to be throwing a lot of your money at a lot of these projects. But be careful because a lot of these DeFi projects are still in their early stages. We had a flash loan exploit that saw $37.5 million stolen. The Cream token dumped 40% after the exploit. Now, Alpha Labs says that they have patched the issue, but just be careful, okay? Understand that this is a new technology. There are a lot of, and it's not a matter of whether or not these projects are legit. It's just, hey, bugs happen, right? Exploits happen. So be very careful out there, guys. Obviously, stacking Bitcoin, you can't go wrong, but I get it. You want the 100x gains. Just be safe out there, guys. But that is it for me today. Thank you so much for coming back to the channel. If you enjoy this kind of content, smash the like button, drop a comment below, let me know, share this video with a friend. I mean, it all helps to just get the news out there, Some people say this is the Good Morning America of crypto. I don't know. Maybe it is. Maybe it isn't. But either way, thank you for joining. You guys rock. You're the reason that I make these videos every single day. Until next time, my name is K-Dub. This is CryptoZombie. Stay crypto. And of course, peace out.